5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
What happens when one man sets his sights on the stars? Well, in Elon Musk's case, he doesn't just aim for them, he plans to make them his destination. From a simple idea to landing rockets on barges in the ocean, the story of SpaceX is one of ambition, innovation, and a relentless pursuit to reshape humanity's future in space. But how did SpaceX go from a dream to a billion-dollar aerospace giant? Buckle up, because this journey is about to blast off. The vision takes flight. In 2002, Elon Musk, fresh off the success of PayPal, looked up at the sky and asked himself one simple question: why can't we get to Mars? It sounds audacious, but for Musk, that's just the way he thinks. The conventional route? Build a rocket company, get some venture capital, and see where it goes. The challenge was clear. Musk wanted to make space travel cheaper, more accessible, and sustainable. In other words, he wanted to do what others deemed impossible. With SpaceX, Space Exploration Technologies Corp., Musk wasn't just building another tech startup, he was laying the groundwork for the future of humanity. His goal wasn't only to send rockets into orbit, it was to revolutionize space travel and make it as routine as flying across the globe. But did anyone believe that one man could make space affordable? Spoiler alert, he did. But the road to success wasn't paved with stars, it was fraught with setbacks. He founded SpaceX with a clear mission: to reduce space transportation costs and ultimately enable the colonization of Mars. Space travel was still the realm of governments and massive agencies like NASA, but Musk was determined to make it a part of the private sector's future. The real question was, could SpaceX survive the high-stakes challenges that come with space technology? But let's be honest, starting a space company wasn't exactly a low-risk bet. In the early 2000s, the world hadn't seen a successful private space launch. It was a massive challenge, one that many considered borderline impossible. But Musk wasn't afraid of a challenge. In fact, he was excited to face it head-on. Could a tech entrepreneur really change the entire space industry, or would the odds of failure crush his vision? Early struggles and the Falcon 1. SpaceX's first rocket, the Falcon 1, had its fair share of failures. In fact, it took 3 failed launches before the company could finally make its first successful orbit in 2008. That's right, Musk, with all his ambition, poured millions of his own dollars into SpaceX, pushing the boundaries of technology and testing, all while juggling the possibility of failure. Was SpaceX doomed to be just another high-flying dream, or could they finally defy the odds? After nearly going bankrupt in 2008, yes, Musk had to make a second round of funding to keep the dream alive, SpaceX's Falcon 1 rocket successfully reached orbit and history was made. That moment wasn't just a win for Musk, it was a win for private space companies everywhere. What would the future of private space companies look like now that SpaceX had proven it could defy the odds? This victory signaled that SpaceX had something special, and with it came recognition. NASA, watching closely, saw potential in SpaceX's capabilities. They soon awarded SpaceX a contract to provide cargo resupply services to the International Space Station. SpaceX wasn't just a player, it was on the cusp of revolutionizing space logistics. Could Musk's success be the spark that ignited an entire new space economy? The Falcon 9 and reusable rockets. The next game changer came in the form of the Falcon 9, SpaceX's next-generation rocket. In 2010, the Falcon 9 debuted with its first successful launch, but what made it revolutionary wasn't just the rocket itself, it was the fact that SpaceX aimed to make rockets reusable. Think about it. Rockets, which have always been a one-and-done system, were now being designed to fly again and again. Could Musk's ambitious vision of reusable rockets become a reality? Or would the space industry prove that some things just couldn't change? But let's be real, launching reusable rockets isn't as easy as Musk made it look. For years, space rockets were essentially disposable, costing millions of dollars each time they launched. SpaceX's vision was to change that, and in 2015, SpaceX successfully landed a Falcon 9 booster back on Earth after launch in an unprecedented moment for space technology. How did SpaceX manage to land a rocket back on Earth? Did this mark a new era in space exploration? It wasn't just a first in aerospace, it was the beginning of a massive shift in how we approach space travel. SpaceX had achieved the unthinkable, a rocket that could fly, land, and be reused, paving the way for significantly cheaper space missions. But how far could this breakthrough take them? Could SpaceX really lead a revolution in how we reach for the stars? The Mars Dream and Starship. But SpaceX's mission was always bigger than Earth's orbit. Musk's ultimate goal has always been to colonize Mars. So SpaceX set its sights on developing Starship, a massive, fully reusable spacecraft designed for long-duration flights to Mars, the Moon, and beyond. Unlike any other spacecraft, Starship is designed to be refueled in orbit, allowing it to travel farther and faster than any vehicle we've ever built. What does it mean for the future of humanity if Musk can get us to Mars? Could we really live on another planet? While Starship's development has faced its own series of challenges, multiple test flights, explosive landings, and public setbacks, it has become clear that SpaceX is not just looking to land on Mars, it's looking to build a self-sustaining colony. And while Mars might feel a long way off, SpaceX has already changed the game by proving that interplanetary travel is no longer science fiction. Are we witnessing the birth of a new era in human civilization? Or is this just the latest in a long line of risky space ventures?
The legacy of SpaceX and the future of space travel. Fast forward to today, and SpaceX is a force to be reckoned with. The company's Starlink project is expanding high-speed internet access to remote regions around the world. The Crew Dragon spacecraft has successfully transported astronauts to the ISS, making SpaceX the first private company to send humans into space. What's next for SpaceX as it continues to build a new foundation for space exploration? Could they dominate the future of space logistics? But what's even more impressive is how much SpaceX has already reshaped the space industry. From launching rockets at a fraction of the cost of traditional space agencies to landing reusable rockets, SpaceX has disrupted the entire industry and shown the world that private companies can accomplish what once seemed impossible. Is this just the beginning of a new frontier in space? Will Musk and SpaceX continue to lead the charge for humanity's future in space? Elon Musk's journey is not just a story of technological triumph, it's the story of vision, risk, and perseverance. From nearly going bankrupt to achieving milestones that were once thought to be beyond reach, Musk and SpaceX have shown that the road to the stars is wide open. The question is, will we be ready to follow? Today, SpaceX continues to push the boundaries of what's possible. While the journey to Mars may still be a few years away, Musk's vision for humanity's future in space is clear. SpaceX is more than just a company. It's a movement that's proving that with enough innovation, anything is possible. And here's the big question. Will SpaceX be the company that makes humanity a multi-planetary species? Given their track record, the stars seem like an achievable destination. If you're fascinated by space exploration and the incredible feats of engineering behind SpaceX, hit that subscribe button and give us a like. We'll keep exploring the latest breakthroughs in space tech, so stay tuned for more mind-blowing content. Like and subscribe.